What's going on, everybody? David here, back with another video. We're going to do a stimulus package, stimulus check update, and we're going to talk about the timeline, and then we also have some good news. So if you see the title, you know we're bringing back giveaways, and we're going to talk a little bit about the details at the end of this video. But first off, you guys can do me a favor. Please hit the like button. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. Also, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that little bell notification. That way you'll get notified anytime we put out a video. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about this timeline. So the timeline looks like this. So this week, the House will vote and approve this next stimulus package. So it's pretty much already a done deal. They have the votes, and we now have the language when it comes to this next stimulus package. And I talked a little bit about the stimulus checks yesterday. So if you want to check that video out, I'll post a link above here at the end of this video. Now, when it comes down to the Senate, that's still a wild card. We don't know exactly what's going to happen there, but the House will approve it this week. They'll send it to the Senate. The Senate will have 2 weeks. And so the Senate can put this bill in committee and discuss it there and make changes if they need to make changes. The $15 an hour minimum wage is still going to be an issue. We know Senator Sinema is not really wanting the $15 an hour minimum wage. So that's going to be something that's going to be talked about. They're going to have to figure out some type of resolution for that. You need all 50 Democrats to vote for this in order for budget reconciliation to be in play. If you can't get all 50 Democrats to vote for this, it's not going to pass. And so that's going to be something that they're going to be talking about. When I say 50 Democrats, I'm talking about in the Senate. So the Senate will have 2 weeks to take a look at it. The target deadline date is the 14th, March 14th. So that would mean that they're going to have to get this passed before March 14th so it can be on the president's desk on March 14th so he can sign off on it. And March 14th happens to be on a Sunday. So that's what we're looking at right now when it comes down to it. Now, if they can get this done by March 14th, then we're looking at seeing checks the third and fourth week of March. And so that's kind of the way things are looking right now. With budget reconciliation, the Democrats can push this through as long as they can get all the Democrats on the same page. And one more thing I want to mention too, the reason why you see President Biden and you see some Democratic senators and Democratic Congress people just saying, yeah, you know, we want this to be bipartisan. The main reason for that is if they can pull one person over, if they can pull one Republican over in the Senate, then now that it gives them a little more flexibility when it comes to if Senator Sinema doesn't go with the bill, or if Joe Manchin doesn't go with the bill, then they still will have those 50 votes. That's the reason why they're still trying to court some people, some Republican senators, and say, hey, look, we can make this bipartisan. But the reality is the Republicans look like they're not even coming halfway. Their proposal was $600 billion, and we know it's a $1.9 trillion bill. So they're not even coming halfway. So there's really not much to talk about when it comes to that. Another thing to mention too is budget reconciliation. You only can use it once per fiscal year. So that will mean that they can use it now, but they won't be able to use it again until October 1st because the fiscal year ends September 30th of this year. So that would mean that they can get this bill passed, but the infrastructure bill, the recovery bill that they've been talking about, that won't be able to be passed unless it's bipartisan. They won't be able to pass that until October 1st if they're using budget reconciliation, and that might be a possibility. Although infrastructure, usually a lot of politicians on both sides like the infrastructure bill. At least they like talking about it because you're bringing home money to your district, and that's something that they want. And so because of that, you might get more support than you thought. You might see some Republicans coming on board and saying, yes, we want this infrastructure bill because we can bring home bacon to our districts. And we see the situation that's going on in Texas right now with the weather conditions and power outages and people are, you know, in a crisis. And so politicians, they want to bring home that money to their state to build bridges and roads and build up the infrastructure and the power grid and all that. So because of that, we might be able to see a bipartisan bill when it comes to the infrastructure bill, but that's going to be something a little down the road. Right now, what we're looking at a situation where people can start receiving checks the third and the fourth week of March if everything goes as planned. Okay, now let's talk about this giveaway. So we're going to be doing a giveaway. We're not going to be doing it on Discord this time. We're going to be doing it on Instagram. Okay, so if you have an Instagram, follow me on Instagram. I'll post a link in the description so you guys can just click on that link, go over to my Instagram. I'll also post a link in the comment section, and I will continue to post links about my Instagram so you can follow me on Instagram. And what we're going to do is I'm going to start posting on a regular basis on Instagram, and then in a story, I will post and let you guys know, okay, the 10th person will receive this $50, and we're going to do Cash App again. So the $50 Cash App giveaway. And so then I'll show you a screenshot of the 10th person, or whatever number I call. It's not going to be the same number. And so that's what we're going to do. We're just going to do it on Instagram this time. We're not going to do it on Discord. So we're going to start rolling it out next week. So make sure if you're watching this video right now, you jump in there, you follow me on Instagram, and then we'll get that going. So if you guys have any questions, post it down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.